Nature inspires art. Environmental art inspires reflection and sometimes change. Today we're at the McCurran Ranch Preserve right outside of Sparks, Nevada, where the whole community is rallying behind the Truckee River Restoration Project, and they're doing it through a really interesting process called environmental art. The Nature of Art project aims to preserve and restore the once thriving Truckee River through living sculptures. So this is the local community here putting together this environmental art. They're doing it right now, is that right?
Absolutely. We got a bunch of local volunteers and our artists Daniel and Mary, and they're putting this piece out in the pond, and the intention of this piece is to create a piece of art as well as create habitat for some of the animals that use this part of McCurran Ranch.
Meet Chris Sega, the Restoration Project's manager with the Nature Conservancy. And what's interesting is that this is the community doing this, is that right?
Absolutely. The community has been a big part of getting this project put together.
How's that feel, guys? Does that feel good?
Yes, yes.
It's a beautiful idea because it's using what nature has given you, creating art. It's functional, it's environmental, and something for the entire community, entire state of Nevada to come see.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're really proud of this project, and we've worked very hard at McCurran Ranch and along the Truckee River to bring some places that the public and community can come and enjoy.
In the preserve, about 300 acres, how many of those are open to the public to come hike?
Pretty much the entirety of it. The parts that people are going to want to use are along the path that runs from the downstream end. On the Truckee River, we've worked on roughly 10 miles of river, and at McCurran Ranch, there's roughly 5 or 6 miles of trail.
The project is a true team effort between the Nature Conservancy, the Nevada Museum of Art, and artists Mary O'Brien and Daniel McCormick.
Looks like Mary's got a spare moment.
Oh, I gotta go talk to her. This is my chance. Chris, thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hey, Mary, Daniel, nice to see you.
Hi, John.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Real good. Nice seeing you. Thanks for coming out.
Mary and Daniel have expressed themselves through environmental art for more than 2 decades. You're using the materials from right here. How'd you get that idea, and what materials do you use?
Well, we pretty much use the indigenous materials that are here, and as they reestablish themselves and the restoration process is established, we want the artist presence to be less and less apparent. This is a cottonwood tree right here that was cut down over here, and we buried that about halfway into the dirt here, so it rots. These little holes, they're a chamber for some of the cow scat to be placed in there so it can rot from the inside out. That's what the ornithologist is suggesting.
The ecological installations work as improvements for wildlife habitats and water quality.
The most exciting part of this work is going to be about 3 years from now, when this becomes a full-fledged habitat. The cottonwoods are growing, the willows are growing, the birds have taken over this sculpture, and we're looking forward to that.
Once in place, the sculptures become part of the habitat, as if the intervention was never there. Where else have you done this?
Well, we've done it, actually, we're from California, so we have a lot of works in California, Northern and Southern California.
South Carolina.
South Carolina, North Carolina.
When Mary and Danielle leave, they'll turn the care of the projects over to the community. Local volunteers have donated more than 1,600 hours into building living sculptures in Nevada. You have, as great artists do, opened my eyes to what art can be. Suddenly I'm thinking the sky is not even the limit on something like this.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
everything
you.
that you're doing out here. It's brilliant.
Great,
Thanks for
thank
coming
you.
out.
What a great way for the local community to get engaged. They come together to improve the environment, and they use art to do it. Pretty cool.